Hey there, this is Sainguin, and I'm going to be doing a review of Infinity Wars, a free-to-play online trading card game by Lightmare Studios. Alright, so right off the bat, I'm going to jump into the store because this is probably my favorite thing about this game. Yeah, weird, the store. But the reason I really enjoy the store for this game is many of your online trading card games or online collectible card games, they have a huge paywall to them where if you're not forking out real cash, you're just not going to get anywhere with the game because all the card packs are restricted to cash. This game absolutely does not run that way. Basically, all the card packs and all of the decks are available to you for the in-game currency, and while like 12,000 or 5,000 of them might seem like a lot, trust me, I've already bought 2 booster packs just off of playing the campaigns. I mean, well, 2 blister packs and an avatar, my bad. 2 blister packs and an avatar off of just playing the campaigns. So you will definitely earn this currency quick enough to get yourself some cards. And if you're consistently playing the game, you're definitely not going to have a hard time building up a card collection. Something you might notice in here is a Star Trek pack. Just recently, they released a Star Trek Next Generation card set for the game, which is pretty cool. Alright, getting that out of the way, I'm going to go straight to the cards. So the cards for this game are another really neat feature I like. Not only is the art really nice, but all of the cards are animated. So each card has its own unique look to it. They're all animated in some way. It adds, I really think it adds another level of depth to the art. As you can see, some of them are very, very detailed. This is probably one of my favorites. This artist here, Pat, I want to say it's Boytox, but I can never see his name too well. Probably one of my favorite artists for the game. Let me jump back to that card. It's not going to show it. Usually that helmet comes down. It's got a pretty neat animation to it. But alright, so I wanted to get in here to show you the 8 different factions for the game. So the 8 different factions for the game are as follows. There's Warpath. These are different forest creatures, werewolves, stuff like that, like spirits of nature. Many of their abilities rely on them working together and being together on the field, buffing each other. Many of their support abilities, the actual ability cards, are quick buffs, or they grant unstoppable, or they grant healing. It's stuff like that. I'll go deeper into different cards and their different abilities in another video when I start to get more into strategies. But as you can see here, it's just mostly different like forest creatures, jungle creatures, stuff like that. Alright, so the next one. Genesis Industries. Genesis Industries is basically a bunch of robots, cyborgs, people who really love technology. Like this guy here. He looks absolutely ecstatic. You have Artificial Swarmer, Badbot. Badbot's bad. Genesis Construct. This guy. You have many. As you can see, it's just mostly a lot of like really high sci-fi technology. All right, moving on. The Cult of Roar. These are different humans who are cultists who have given themselves almost completely over to arcane and dark magic. Some of them are actually demons. Oh, something I should probably go into. The card rarity system. There's a card rarity system like most card games. It goes common, uncommon, rare, epic, and I believe there's one more, but I could be wrong on that. I can actually check the filters. There's legendary. I do not own a single legendary, but I can show you the card symbols for all the other ones. For this one, this is common, it will be silver. Uncommon is a bit more gold, like this. This is a epic card, it's red, and your rares have a blue tint to them. When I find a rare, I will definitely show it to you. I don't think I have a rare in this set. But yeah, so these cards are all based around different magics, stuff like that. They're cultists, you know. Or maybe you don't know. And then there's the Flame Dawn. These are humans as well, but they are crusaders. They're all warriors, and the basic idea of these decks is built around like heavy offense, never-ending offense. This also gives me another chance to show you something. This gold border around this card, this shows that it is a golden card. This is kind of like the holographic of this game. As you can see here, this is what this card would normally look like if you have a black border to it. I think this is the only gold card I have. Alright, moving on from them. Actually, I'll show you a few more of these, so you can get an idea for the how this faction looks. Alright, so the next faction are the Guardians, or the Descendants of the Dragons. I believe that's what it is. I might be completely wrong. Yeah, Descendants of the Dragon. These are human warriors too, but they are built more around defensive measures. Basically, you can build an impenetrable wall with these guys. Go through here and show you some of them. As you can see, they focus heavily on health. Alright, next deck. These are the Sleepers of Avarach. These are demons. Well, not demons, my bad. These are the zombies. These are different, and I wouldn't even really call them zombies. I'd call them more of kind of like the Borg. They're cybernetic zombies. This would give you a good idea. There you go. Cybernetic zombies. Their decks are built for basically overwhelming force. You're just supposed to be able to get so much undead onto the field that there's just nothing your opponent can do against it. They also have different, many of their abilities are poisoning. They have different abilities that allow them to rise out of their graveyard after so many turns. Some of them gain bonuses from being in your graveyard for so many turns. Stuff like that. Alright, the next deck are the Exiles. The Exiles are also humans, but these are humans that have basically given themselves over to demons. This deck is also intermixed with different demon cards and basically like Hellspawn. Here's a Demonborn. Demonic Disciple. Demonic Mercenary. Many of their cards are built around sacrificing one card to gain a more powerful card, or different like entropy. Like this one here, you have a 50% chance of getting negative 4/4 and a 50% chance of getting plus 4/4. So it could be a very good card, but at the same time, on the very next turn when you use it again, you could lose that bonus. They are also some of the only cards I've seen with Plunder, and that is another mechanic I'll get into in later videos. But as you can see, it's mostly like different, demonic priest, human cultists, stuff like that. Alright, and the final faction I'm going to go into is the Overseers. These are basically angels. This also gives me a chance to show you this. There are certain cards in this game that are hybrid factions, like this card here and this card here. Both of these can be used in an Overseer deck, but they can also alternatively be used in a Descendants of the Dragon deck and a Genesis Industries deck, respectively. But getting back to the Overseers. So Overseers are basically a bunch of angels. Their main core mechanic is that they are they're able to fly, and flying gives them a completely different advantage on the battlefield. That unless they're directly targeted by a spell or another flying creature, they're basically untouchable. So that gives you, so if you push them all into offense, never mind, I won't get into all that, but it's a very nice skill to have. And if you can use this deck to your advantage, it's a very good deck to use. Personally, my personal favorite core deck that I use is mostly Overseer. But their abilities also rely heavily on buffing them and destroying enemy character cards and enemy character locations. Alright. So that's it for the factions. I will also show you real quick the Star Trek faction, just because I have one card. And this is Data. I love Data. Probably my favorite character from Star Trek The Next Generation. Just had to show you that card. Oh, and if I wouldn't have shown you that, I would have completely forgot about this. There is one factionless faction. These cards can be used in any deck, and they have a wide range of different abilities and uses. This one here is basically just a shield for you. It has no damage, but it has a massive health pool. Then you have this one. This one will heal your fortress at the end of every turn for a certain amount. This one's cannon fodder. And just a bunch of other cards. Assassinate, which is probably one of the most powerful ability cards in the game. Just all kinds of different abilities belong in this factionless faction. Factionless faction. That's what they should call it. Alright. Alright, one more thing I'm going to show you before I jump in and play a quick game against the AI to give you a feel for the combat. The quest log. So the quest log in this game isn't what you would expect. It's actually more of an achievement list. You go through completing these achievements and you gain different awards for them. These are for completing the different campaigns in the game. Each time you complete like a different, so many of each campaign, you'll get a booster pack of cards. And for completing, I believe it's like the 5th mission in each one, you actually get a full deck for that faction. So by going through and doing these when you first join the game, you're able to really build up a massive collection of cards to get you started in PvP. I won't go through all of these. They're all just basically different achievements for their respective groups. You also get these for doing certain achievements. You'll get badges, and they just show those next to your picture whenever you're PvPing to give another player an idea of how far you've progressed in the game. Alright, I think now I'm going to do a quick match so that you can see kind of how the combat plays out. I'm going to do it against Puffy the Goldfish because he doesn't have any cards, and I want this to be over quickly. And I'm going to go with my Overseer's core deck because I love my Overseer's core deck. Don't you love Derpy the Goldfish? Okay. So, the only reason I wanted to play a hand is to go over some of the core things of the game that are different from other card games I've played. And most card games I've seen don't have stuff like this. One of the core things being the simultaneous turns. I can't really show you the full effect of simultaneous turns with Puffy, but the whole idea is that when you go to play your cards, say that you're playing this angel out into the assault zone, and you're my opponent, you wouldn't be able to, like, I wouldn't take my turn and put that in the assault zone, and then you would play against that. What would happen is I would put it in the assault zone, and then you would play your hand, and then both of our hands would play out at the same time. So I would place mine in the assault zone, and then you would do whatever you had done that move. And it's played in such a way that you have to, you can bluff your opponent. You can put a really powerful card into your support zone and see if they'll waste an ability to try to destroy it, thinking that you're going to move it out into the field. But that's something I'll get into more in advanced strategy and stuff like that. Alright, so real quickly I'm just going to summon a couple cards. As you can see there, it turns red. That means it's exhausted, and I can't use it for anything on this turn. Alright. Puffy doesn't do anything. He's just Puffy. I'm going to do a couple more things here. I don't want to don't want to spend too much time in here with Puffy the Goldfish. Outside of showing you the exhaustion, what else do I want to see here? Oh, the command zone. This is another pretty unique thing to this game, is command zone. The command zone is this area here where I have 3 cards set up. For your deck, you're allowed to choose 3 commanders, and that will choose the affinity of your deck. I have 2 overseers and a Genesis Industries overseer, so that gives me overseer Genesis Industries affinity. And with that, that will affect what type of cards can be inside the deck, and also at the same time gives you the advantage of knowing that you're always going to have those 3 set cards at the beginning of the game. So you can place 3 cards in there that you want to make sure that you have. Like this one here gives me buffs to all my angels and artificials. This one has some really nice abilities on him, and this one grants flying to all my angels. So it's nice to have those ready as soon as I'm ready to bust them out. And that adds a completely different level to the customization of the decks and the strategy. Alright, other than that, oh, morale. Morale is another unique feature to this game. Not only can your fortress be destroyed and you can lose the game that way, but your creatures continuously being destroyed can end the game for you. If you look here, this red number underneath the 4, that is this character's morale cost. If this character is destroyed in combat, I lose 6 from my morale for that. And if my morale hits 0, I'll still lose the game. So that's another unique feature. Alright, with all that, I'm going to go ahead and exit this match. Okay, I think that's all I'm going to go over for this video. This is my quick review of Infinity Wars. My personal opinion of it, it's a very good trading card game. Really fun, a lot of unique features, a lot of really good card art, and it's very fair to the free player. If you're interested in checking it out, and I highly suggest you do, you can look below for a link. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and check back soon for more. I'll definitely be playing this game a lot. Have a good one.